What better? Alongside Brock Heward in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about... We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. They'll be led out by the pilots of this offense, their rookie quarterback from Michigan.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. Throwing from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From midfield now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick 6 starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have, but boy, can it set a tone early.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And this one doesn't go far. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And they're going to have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second down now, 7 to go. Slot man in motion right. From the 48. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. And we're going to get a timeout from the defense here. To the air, 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Handoff now from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They kick the running back in motion. From the 34. That's brought in by White. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 23. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Design bootleg here. Flushed out of the pocket. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Running back sent in motion. Takes the snap, 4th and inches. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
So outruns their offense for the first time this game, and they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now a 4th down staring right at him. On now comes their punter. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. Their offense running back out now. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
3rd and 6.
Man in motion here. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. And they came in on a rough stretch, 4 straight losses. But things looking better now as they've got this lead. Blown back, gets the handoff. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They're going play action. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Trying to push this past the marker. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
Complete to number 81.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he's brought down for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Setting up a throw. This throw is cut. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Running for it again. Escapes a defender. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Looking to the air here. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They bring their tight end left. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Complete to number 3. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Motioning him from the slot right. Shotgun now on 3rd down. That pass complete to Irving. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding, offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. They'll run here following the penalty. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
Second down at the 27-yard line.
Pass play now. That finds Elliott complete. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
11 yards.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
And 9.
Looking for a throw here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first. So out now comes the punter.
It's 4th down.
And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. Back out runs their offense. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down. Now a give. It's Gibson headed right. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic. Come to life.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Got 46 on his first punt, and this one's pushing a little more distance. Takes it in at the 21. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. That'll be complete to Elliott. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
3rd down from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And they'll be backed up to begin this drive. Great work by the punt team, downing it at the 7. This offense getting all set for this series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They go play action on 1st. Hits his running back.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
The give here on second. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. He'll look to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's going to step out a yard or two short of the 30. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll give him a first down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. So that brings up second down. The running back gets it on the draw. And he's brought down up across the 30-yard line. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Back now, pressure on its way. Brought in right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from the 41. We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Ontario. 1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give them a first down.
A gain of 13 yards and a first down.
He'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be just inside the 10 before he goes out. An even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Dumped off to his running back. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's we got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play called back.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense getting one final possession here before halftime. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Back to throw on 1st and 10. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3. That's Reed on a slant. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. They'll throw on first. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Able to get it to Reed. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll throw it again. Short pass brought in. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So that's halftime for us here. It's a 7-point game after our first 2 quarters. Now we'll head back across the world's longest border to... Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after this one. We're jumping past halftime and getting right back to the start of the second half. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively,
space on the right. He's got room. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
you know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
On 2nd and 7. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touch.
Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 4-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one only gets up to about the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 2.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Throwing from near his own goal line. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Receiver in motion, going left. From the 42. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 34 yards, and that gives them the first.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll go down here at the 16.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
From the 16. Bails out. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Throw on 3rd down. Reed's got it.
The 3rd down pass. Complete to number
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness that's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
In his 11th year, still knocking him through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him.
number 35, the ball carrier.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. He's going to throw this one. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be a 1st down. Motion man sent left. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
This offense ready to get going again now. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Ball at the 33 for first down. They'll throw to begin this drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up second down. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
This one intended for the running back. And that brings up 4th and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. They'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. Excitement. Quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. They have the ball and could use an early score. They trail to start the 4th. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll run here from the gun. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Oh, he lost the football! And it's picked up by the defense. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown! These guys take the fumble and get 6 out of it. No one else you'd rather have scooping up that loose football. Somebody who could do some damage with it on a return.
Yeah, some poor fortune right there offensively. There was nobody there to, number 1, make the recovery, or number 2, make a solid tackle.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. From the gun on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. New set of downs for him at the 38. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That one doesn't make it beyond the line. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll give him a 1st down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Now on 2nd and 10. Pass is caught at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys push their lead to 3. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Now a give left side. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 28. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Dropping back to throw. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That'll be complete to Elliott. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 28-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Has it downfield working the left. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They're throwing it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this 2nd half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Here's a throw. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
Here comes their offense out again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And they pick him off again. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Another drive coming up for this offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They send a receiver in motion right. 2nd down, looking for options. This throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Toronto. These guys only up by a few. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Plowing up the middle. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. They're running again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Looking to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted! And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Trying to set this up quick. Setting up to pass. Hits him on the in route. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Gotta hurry this to the line. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. This is reeled in by Edwards. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. He'll look to throw it. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now with just 7 seconds left in the game, we've got a timeout.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And it's on its way and through. He hit it from deep. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Back to throw. Pressure's on him, and it gets home. He's dropped. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is... All right, so in overtime, Brock, we could see 1 possession or we could see 3+. If the team who gets it first scores, the game ends then and there. A field goal or less, and we play on, and their opponents get a chance to respond. And if we're still tied after those first 2 possessions, this soccer chick likes this. It's golden goal football, Brock. The next score would win. And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Their offense ready to take the field now. And they fought hard, not just against their opponents on the field, Brock, but the tens of thousands of opponents in the stands. And it's led him to a chance to now silence everybody here in overtime. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 12 there. And they'll have 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Draw play here. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on fourth down. Punt team on the field. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. They'll run here on first down. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They give it to him again. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And 4th and 4 coming up. They'll bring out the punter here. And in overtime, he needs to make this a good one. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets... It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now this offense ready to head back out. Each offense has had a chance to score now, Brock. Neither one could, so we're in a sudden death. The next score wins it. Big gain downfield. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Edwards got it. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the draw. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And now the entire game rests on his next kick. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they only needed to set him up with a shot.